If you've ever come back from a road trip more exhausted than when you left, this video is for you. Today, I'm sharing simple self-care habits that help me stay energized, grounded, and full of wonder when I travel. It is my passion to equip and inspire women to seek freedom and wonder as they explore confident and purposeful travel. So, what do you say? How about we take a ride and get right to it? Imagine this. You're on the road. Your solo adventure is fully underway. Maybe you're a few days in, maybe a week, maybe even more. You're soaking in the freedom, the beauty that's all around you, the wonder of the solo female adventure that you've been dreaming of. Things are going so smoothly, but somewhere along the way, you're just a mess. You're exhausted, your energy dips, you feel scattered, uncertain, overwhelmed, and possibly just very far from home. Suddenly, the dream road trip isn't feeling so magical. So what do? Hey, I'm Bing from WonderBing Travel, and today we're talking about an often overlooked, but actually incredibly important piece of the solo female road trip puzzle, and that's taking care of you. Self-care on a road trip is just as important as a great map and a cup of coffee in the morning. It's about making sure that you are taken care of along the way. I know that I learned from experience and also from other people's mistakes, so I'm guessing that you might too. At the end of this video, I have a resource to share with you that hopefully will serve as a cautionary tale and save you from a lot of what we're talking about here today. So why self-care matters on the road? Solo road trip planning for women, it often focuses on the logistics, the where to stay, the what to pack, how to stay safe. Those are all really important. But what about making sure that you don't crash and burn along the way? So whether you're new to solo female road tripping or you are a seasoned traveler, self-care is a thing that if we neglect it, it can ruin your trip. But if you pay attention and you stay on top of it, then your very good trip can easily turn into a great one. Okay, so self-care is definitely a catchword these days, and it can have some self-indulgent implications, at least in my mind. What we're really saying very simply is that you have to take care of yourself. If you skip that part and you just get caught up in everything else, then you may find that you are exhausted, that you have a hard time making decisions, and eventually it's likely that you could just become sort of disconnected from your experience. That's happened to me, and it stinks. And it's the last thing that you want. So let's break down what self-care on the road really looks like. It's not that hard. And I'm really dividing it into two different parts. The head parts, the more practical things, and then the heart parts, which is the more internal, emotional, spiritual things. So first, the head. These are the basics. So what I'm really talking about here is taking care of your body. For me, that basically means good food, lots of exercise, and lots of breaks from driving. So taking care of your body while you're traveling is really essential. So I'm going to give you a few practical self-care essentials, and these are key to my general happiness and good attitude on the road, and yours you can tweak accordingly, but it'll get you started. So the first one is a shower or clean clothes, and okay, there's times when a shower just isn't in the cards for the day, especially as someone who camps quite a bit. That can happen. But if I know that going in, then I can adjust accordingly. And for me, driving around feeling grubby can really mess with my otherwise happy disposition, and I don't like that at all. Another one that's really important to me is reaching my destination on any given day before the sun goes down. This is about safety for sure, but also it provides me with time to both physically and mentally just get settled before the day ends, especially on days when I might be driving a lot. It's really crucial to me that there's time to take a good walk, for example, and if I'm camping, I want to set up my campsite in the daylight. I did it in the dark one time this past summer, and so help me never again if I can help it. Okay, the next one is caffeine. And I know this is personal to everybody, and maybe this is not your thing, but for me, I know that having a chai latte in the morning goes an awful long way for me to have a wonderful day. And I will go to great lengths to ensure that this part of my day is successful. We can debate the healthy parts on that to some extent, but this is one that is important to me. Okay, 2 more things that are part of my physical taking care of myself, and that is a long walk or a hike every day. Because sitting in a car for hours isn't great for your body, and while I'm not driving every day, moving, stretching, and breathing fresh air keep me feeling really good and strong regardless of how much time I'm in the car. And on those days where I am driving a lot, I'm definitely trying to get a good hike in. Not to mention that's a huge part of my solo road tripping for me is seeing things, and you can't see it all from your car. So the last thing for me is a healthy meal. I aim to have one real meal every day and for it to be relatively healthy. I pack a lot of my own food, and you can also check out this video I did a while back about food on a road trip. These might sound simple, but they do add up. And if I ignore any one of these things for multiple days, then I am legitimately a mess. When you take care of the basics, though, your energy stays steady and you can really enjoy the journey. All right, let's move on to the heart needs. So taking care of your mind and taking care of your spirit. This serves every bit as much importance as taking care of your body. Self-care isn't just about the physical. And for me, the other half of my self-care framework is more spiritual in nature and lays the groundwork for experiencing gratitude and wonder, which is really what's at the heart of a solo road trip for me. When I'm on a solo road trip, I'm extra cognizant of everything that's going on around me. I'm in search of the unexpected, of the beauty of peace and joy in my experience, and for wonder around the bend. So for the best possibility for these every day, I'm infinitely better off if I begin slowly and I begin each day with purpose. It's important to me that I have intentional moments in my morning. Rushing is the very last thing that I want to do when I'm on a solo road trip. Taking it slow in the mornings really changes my perspective on everything for the day. So what does that look like? Well, it means spending time quietly reading, doing devotions. If faith is a part of your life, then make space for that on the road. Things that you do at home for mindfulness or taking care of yourself, or in my case, it is communing with God and making time for God, making time to meet with Him in the mornings. I make sure that I do that as much as possible on the road. It also is something even more internal, which is beginning the day with thankfulness. That really helps shift my mindset, and it sets the tone for a great experience. I really pray for God to help me stay in the moment and to keep my eyes open every day so that I can see what it is that He wants me to see and experience. Another way that I connect with peace, of course, is through prayer. So for me, that's a big part of it, whether it's while I'm walking in the morning, while I'm driving in the car. For me, it's sort of an ongoing conversation throughout the day. Think about that, though. How does that work in your life? And make sure that you incorporate it into your adventure. Another one is silence. Road trips are full of stimulation. There's so much going on around you, and you're trying to take it all in. And if you are blaring the radio, listening to podcasts all the time, while there's certainly time for that, giving yourself time for quiet can really help process the experience and make it more fulfilling and more full. Another one that is very important to me is making a connection with a family member or close friend, daily or close to daily. By their very nature, solo travelers spend a lot of time on their own, and that's great. But it's really important and I think grounding to touch base with a parent, a child, a spouse, somebody close in your life, just to let them know how you're doing, hear their voices, touch base. So I do that I try to do it every day or every other day at the least. So solo road trip planning for women should absolutely include this kind of preparation because you need to understand what fills your tank emotionally, not just physically. So one of the most beautiful things about a solo road trip is that it is yours. No one else's schedule, no one else's expectations, but that also means that you're responsible for making sure it's a good experience. So here's something to think about. If you don't plan for self-care, who will? No one's going to do it for you. So as you map out your journey, and I highly suggest that you use maps, how will you take care of yourself along the way? What rhythms are you going to set so that you can return home feeling better than when you left? Because that is certainly part of the goal. Okay, so if you're thinking, oh my gosh, this is great, but I have a million questions and you need more help, well, you need some guidance to get this whole adventure thing up and running, and I can help you with that. I've created this really fun 5-day free going solo quick start guide, and you can do it on your phone or on your computer, and you can digest each of the 5 days on your own time. If you want to take a month to do it, that's great. And it's packed with practical step-by-step help, as well as I even put a link to my road trip journal in here called the Wonder Journal. So check it out at wonderbingtravel.com/going solo, and then I'll put it in the description below. But it's pretty cool, and I think it will help you oh so much. Solo female road tripping, whether you're going across the US or just across the county line, it's one of the most freeing, life-giving things that you can do for yourself. And honestly, it will benefit everyone else in your world as well. But only if you take care of you in the process. So before your next trip, take some time and intentionally think. Think about not just where you're going, but how you'll care for yourself along the way. If you want to dive deeper, I've got you covered. In my book, There's Wonder Around the Bend. It's an inspiring guide for solo road trippers. I wrote an entire chapter called Personal Peace, which is written to help prevent people from getting burned out on a road trip and instead inspire them to wonder. It's inspiring, it's a little bit soul-searching, and super practical. It's also the #1 tool that you need to get this whole solo road trip party thing started. So grab your copy today. The link is in the description below. So I'll leave a few bonus videos here to help you along. And I'll also pop a vlog from my amazing 5-week solo road trip that I took last summer. And sometimes it's super helpful to see someone actually doing what it is you're imagining in your head. So you can explore with me for a day, the good, the bad, the ugly, and all the in-between. Be sure to hit subscribe for more solo adventures. And until next time, take care of yourself, and I will see you on the road.